Hi, welcome to the stream. നമ്മളിന്ന് പോർച്ചുഗൽ വേഴ്സസ് സ്പെയിൻ ഒരു സിമുലേഷൻ മാച്ച് ബൈ ഡിഫിക്കൽറ്റി മോഡ് പ്രൊഫഷണൽ. ലെറ്റ്സ് ഗോ. ഞാൻ ഒരു പോർച്ചുഗൽ സപ്പോർട്ടറാണ്, ബട്ട് നമ്മൾ ബയാസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കില്ല ഗെയിം കളിക്കുന്നത് ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി. സോ വൺസ് അഗൈൻ വെൽക്കം ടു ദ സ്ട്രീം. ഹായ് കസുട്ടോ, വെൽക്കം ടു ദ സ്ട്രീം. ലൈവ് കാണുന്ന എല്ലാവരും ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യുക, സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ഉറക്കത്തിൽ നിന്ന് എണീറ്റാണോ? അങ്ങനെ ചോദിച്ചാൽ ടെക്നിക്കലി ചോദിച്ചാൽ ആണോ ചോദിച്ചാൽ ആണ്, അല്ലാതെ ചോദിച്ചാൽ അല്ല. എൻ്റെ വോയിസിന് അത്ര തന്നെ എനർജി ഉള്ള എൻ്റെ ബേസിക് വോയിസ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ എനർജി ഇല്ല. ചോറൊക്കെ കഴിച്ചിരിക്കുക, അപ്പം അതാണ് എനർജി കുറവ്. ഫുഡ് ഗീവ്സ് യു എനർജി എന്നതിൻ്റെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റാണ് സംഭവിച്ചത്. നമ്മൾ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മൾ രാത്രി 12 മണി വരെ ലൈവ് പോകാനാണ്. എത്രത്തോളം വർക്കൗട്ട് ആവുമെന്ന് അറിയില്ല. മാക്സിമം നേരം നമ്മൾ ലൈവ് പുഷ് ചെയ്യാൻ നമ്മൾ ശ്രമിക്കും. ഹോപ്പ്ഫുള്ളി നമുക്ക് 12 മണി അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യാൻ
It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable.
ഞാനിപ്പോഴാണ് ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചത്, എൻ്റെ മൈക്ക് കണക്റ്റഡ് ആയിരുന്നില്ല, അതായിരിക്കും എനർജിയുടെ കുറവ്.
Pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. Okay, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
We are just getting started. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Samim Raja, hi Samim Raja, welcome to stream. If you are new here, please do like and subscribe. That'll be a great support.
That's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
ഞാൻ മൈക്ക് കണക്ട് ആയിരുന്നല്ലോടാ, ഞാൻ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചില്ല അത്.
Now, can they get him away? Cross from... Oh, good effort! Araujo tries to clear.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Pedro Neto. Swung over. Pedri. That's been cut out, well played.
Pretty robust defending.
And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Chooses to go cross-field. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Great chance! That's put paid to the danger. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nice physical challenge. Pedro Neto! Fantastic from Pedro Neto! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are purring, truly purring. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
That's the throw. Nuno Mendes. João Cancelo. And this is Ronaldo. He's having a shot! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! You give him an inch, and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
João Neves. And it's Bernardo Silva. Portugal have scored 2 quick goals here. Nice sequence of passes, this. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! No, he's missed it. Laporte. It's Ruiz. Almost half an hour in now. Rodri. Pedri just eases him off the ball. João Cancelo. And it's gone back to the keeper. Kubasi. Over to the right flank. And he's had it nicked away. Out towards the flank. Nuno Mendes. They get a throw in. And it's Neves. And the shot! And that's off target.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Laporte. And Cucurella. And it's Pedri. Gavi. Opts for safety. Looking for options for movement. It'll be a throw-in. Portugal looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Pedri. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Pedro Neto. Gavi proves just a little bit too strong. Drills one in. That's going to go a long way. And it's Pedri. Gavi! Keeper's not concerned by that. Looking for the run. This is Ronaldo. Shoots! Nicked it back promptly. That has been knocked clear. Mikel Oyarzabal challenged just a bit on the firm side. The referee says that is that for the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Portugal will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. The second half is up and running. Bruno Fernandes. Llorente. Now Fabian Ruiz. And it's Pedri. And again they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Oyarzabal. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bernardo Silva providing an outlet on that flank. And that is well cleared. Here comes another. He's rising! Read the delivery beautifully. They've got the finish
It
all
was a
wrong.
close header by Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano.
Cucurella. Gavi. Well, that was a period of
Cancelo.
possession which carried just about no threat at all. Gavi gets into a good position. Skims one in. And he's there to get it away.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Pedro Neto couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge.
Oh, great leap!
Ronaldo.
They are playing them off the park. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Stood up well to him there. That's going wide left. Great vision. Spread neatly. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. Cristiano Ronaldo under intense pressure.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend, and finally they've decided to single him out.
Ferran Torres bops him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a throw. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
And it's Ruiz. Yamal. And it's made. He's had a shot! Now who's going to be first to this? Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. Takes on his marker, engages and forces him off the ball. Bruno Fernandes. Can he get away here? Here's Vitinha. Played out to the left flank. Now has he got the beating of his marker here? Pedro Neto. He's having a pop! And he steered it beyond the post.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Spain making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Now it's Bernardo Silva, and it's Vitinha. And here's Neto. He is just caressing the ball. There's the shot! And he spooned it over the bar.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Now the delivery. Towering header. Pulled out the best in the keeper.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Cristiano Ronaldo, bustling and very visible inside the box.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what a great header of the ball he is.
Nuno Mendes. And now they can spring out of defence. He's through here. And he's managed to get free. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, well played. And the shot! Rodri. And Bernardo Silva!
Da Silva.
No, it's wide. Kubasi. Unai Simon with the clearance. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Played out towards the right wing.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Vega. João Neves, 2 assists to his credit already. And the number on the board is 3. Merino. Now it's Yamal. He's found a way through. Oyarzábal receives it in a good position here. And the referee brings it to a close. Portugal, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Cristiano Ronaldo, happy to bask in the accolades from all around. The stage most certainly his. Well, how will we look back on that?
Portugal really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable.
E vamos dar todas as boas-vindas aos nossos jogadores.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. These two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. Okay, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
We're up and running then. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be. Pedri. Played out to the left flank. It's a promising position. Has crossed in. Bullish header! Not a bad try by any means.
Ferran Torres certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Oyarzábal. Can he get on the end of this? That's going wide left. Delivered across. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Llorente, is a very interesting player. Everyone saw him as being little more than a ball winner in midfield, but he's proved himself to be far more than that. I've really been impressed with the vision he has and the fact that he can bring anybody in his team into the game at any given moment now.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz! And he couldn't finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's been played through. And no mistake.
Side. അല്ലേ? Yep.
It's offside and that'll count for nothing.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cucurella. And here's Oyarzábal. And it's Cucurella. Portugal so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Well, that pass isn't the best. Pedro Neto. And he's gone searching crossfield. Laporte cuts it out. Laporte. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Gavi. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Cucurella. He is just caressing the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Llorente cuts out the pass. Pedri. Araujo. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Rodri. Kubasi. He's got away. Rodri. Pedri. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. to pass it through.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Bernardo Silva. Looking for a runner. He's in plenty of space here. Ronaldo picks it up out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Good take. He's having a shot! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Neto.
João Cancelo. And here's Neto. Looking for the run. He's had a shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get fresh from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Portugal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. He goes for a shot! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And it's Bernardo Silva, and he's got his cross in.
Might want to be careful there.
And he's looking at the referee. So, temporary halt to the action.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Portugal looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So the action resumes. Now it's Gavi. Oh, that's fabulous. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Distributed tidily. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Vitinha. Nice looking ball. And he welcomes it in. Llorente. And Cucurella. Kubasi. And it's Rodri. of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Rodri, that's destined for the flank. Pedri, it's Gavi, Cucurella, and it's Bernardo Silva. That is ended up in no man's land. Played out towards the right wing, and he's had it nicked away. They get a throw in. Pedri, spread it left. Gavi has it in a wide position. That'll be a throw-in. Spain choosing to make the first change.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
He's having a pop! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Just eases him off the ball. Llorente, and it's Ruiz. Now it's Yamal. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. It's a good foot in there. Yamal, Vega gets a foot in here. Llorente made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. João Cancelo. João Neves. That has been slung wide. João Neves. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, the less said about that pass, the better.
Overpowered shot.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
And he's gone looking for safety. Merino. And Yamal stood up well to him there. Into the last quarter of an hour. João Cancelo. Over to the right flank. Llorente. That is good alertness. Pressing high and with purpose. Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. That's going right the way across. Chips it through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Portugal have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Oh, shoot. And Bernardo Silva! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Yes!
Ronaldo.
They have their boots on the throats of their
ഇതൊക്കെ
foes.
സ്വപ്നമാണ് എൻ്റെ ബ്രൂണോ ഫെർണാണ്ടസ്
And he's only too
and
grateful to
Ronaldo.
capitalise on the keeper's
That
misfortune.
goal.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
A case now of complete control. And no, he's seen through all of that. And he's worked it through. Now it's Yamal. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And it's Bernardo Silva. Aimed beyond the defence. João Cancelo receives it in a wide position. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to cross. Impressive jump! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Kalamadan, hi, Kalamadava. Welcome to the stream. കുറേ അലി വഴിക്കൊക്കെ കണ്ടിട്ട് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്ട്രീമിൽ വന്നായിരുന്നു കുറച്ച് മുന്നേ. നിങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും പബ്ജി കളിക്കുമായിരുന്നു ആ സമയത്ത്. നമ്മൾ തംബ്നെയിൽ ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി 1-2 സാധനങ്ങൾ ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുകയാണ്. മെഡലിൽ വരുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്ന് നമ്മൾ നോക്കണം. വെറുതെ ഇവിടെ സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ട് അടിച്ചിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ടുകളായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ട് ടൈം പിടിക്കാം.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Cristiano Ronaldo, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way... It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. A pair of Cristiano Ronaldo! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Rodri. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends.
Chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Llorente got a long way forward to join the attack. And here's Ferran Torres. Oh, he's having a go! Vitinha. Probing pass. He's in a great position here. And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Hi, welcome to the stream. Stream പുതുതായിട്ട് ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ please to like and subscribe.
And that has been cleared.
That'd be of great help.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And he's gone backward here. Shoots! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, bustling and very visible inside the box.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
Rodri gets it away. João Cancelo. He is just caressing the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Let's see what
Oh,
we
they
want there.
really should have been made to pay.
നമ്മൾ ഇടയ്ക്ക് തംബ്നെയിൽ ഡിസൈൻ കൂടെ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അതാണ് ഇടയ്ക്ക് എൻ്റെ ഗെയിമിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ പോസ് വരുന്നത്. തംബ്നെയിലിന് വേണ്ടി വാൾപേപ്പർ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനും.
He's found the way through. Oh, super! He's had a shot. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's slung out wide. So, what can they make of this? Front-footed pressing going on here. Rodri. Oh, good spread. That's really well manoeuvred. Ronaldo running with the ball. Has a look and plays
Hi
it
guys, welcome to
forward.
stream.
Great vision. Oh,
If you're new here,
delightful
please
ball.
do leave a like and subscribe.
João
We're
Neves.
trying to get 100 sub
Bruno Fernandes looking to add
by
to his goal.
end of this month, hopefully.
Nice bit of trickery. Pedro Neto is wide and looking to get onto this. Ronaldo finds himself offside.
Mm,
30 minutes gone. Takes the shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Mikel Oyarzabal, and it's Ruiz. Pedro Neto. Now it's Neves. Pau Kubasi cuts it out. That's going wide left. Bernardo Silva. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. It's not an especially good pass, that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rodri simply refused to be outdone there. And it's Neves. Portugal looking to go into the break, 1-0 up.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now this could be a chance. Vega promptly onto that, and that is that. João Neves. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's had it taken off him. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Vamos ter
Pedri.
minuto de compensação.
Gavi. And he's managed to get free.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Good ball, good take. It's Pedri. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. If you look back on the first 45 minutes,
I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the first half. If there is perhaps one criticism I can make, it would be the wastefulness in front of goal. You really ought to be putting those chances away. They have to make up for that.
well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Portugal with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed. Portugal leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And he's picked it up out wide. Cross from Ferran. Bullish header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
João Cancelo. Searching pass he's played there. It's gone out for a throw-in. Laporte. Fabian Ruiz. Here's Rodri. And it's Llorente. For Ferran Torres. He has found the way through. And here's Oyarzabal. Bruno Fernandes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Chooses to go crossfield. And it's Bernardo Silva. That is ended up in no man's land. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's shifting through the gears here. Cucurella finding himself in space. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, that's a key interception. Vitinha. Vitinha going forward. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
And it's been taken short. And he whips it off the ball! And another try! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Spain restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Played out to the left flank. Cucurella. João Cancelo making good progress on the right-hand side. Kubasi. Who saw this coming? From the cusp of victory to the cusp of desperation. And that is out of play. Spain have opted to make another change here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Yamal. Just about up to 75 minutes. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing Bruno Fernandes! Oh, gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Spain making further changes here, and in quick succession. Pedri. Merino. Spread it left. And it's Bernardo Silva. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bernardo Silva. Might be danger here. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He'll try from distance. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Quick look. Header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
And it's Llorente. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Pau Kubasi spots it and intercepts. Nico Williams. Oh, that's fabulous. They're urging him to shoot. João Neves. Vitinha. That has been slung wide. Nicely aimed pass. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So we are still gridlocked.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. Vitinha. That's going right the way across. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Now it's Yamal. Mendes wins the duel this time. it's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's a real chance missed.
Cristiano Ronaldo fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
ഇല്ല ബ്രോ, ബ്ലൂ ലോക്ക് കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. ഇതെന്താ ചെയ്യണ, ഞാനേ തമ്പനെയിൽ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് കുറച്ച് സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ടുകൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. ഇത് ഇത് ഇട്ടോന്നോ? ആ ബ്രോ, ഇതിട്ടോന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മനസ്സിലായില്ല. അതിലേതെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് പിക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടായിരിക്കും അടുത്തതിനിടുക.
It's their second corner of the game. Zubimendi getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Knocks it into space, and he's worked it through. Portugal needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
No, that's been intercepted. Nico Williams in acres of space out wide. João Cancelo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
CNCയോ? എന്താ CNC ബ്രോ?
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
CNC എന്താണെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല കേട്ടോ.
Receives it in a wide position. And he's
Form
taking no
വല്ലതും.
chances there. So just 15 minutes still to come. So those 15 minutes have flown by. Limbs now and heads indeed at the point of exhaustion. How will this end? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Pedri. Spread out to the left. Nico Williams has the space to scheme. João Neves. Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Pedro Neto. Tries to play it through. He can run onto that. He is through here. He's having a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It's certainly a bold attempt.
CNC
There's nothing wrong
എന്താണെന്ന്
with
പറഞ്ഞു
that. Shame
തന്നാൽ
he didn't work the keeper
എനിക്ക്
a bit more.
അറിയെങ്കിൽ പറഞ്ഞു തരാമായിരുന്നു.
Not the most convincing of passes. Al Kubasi is there to clear. Pedri. Again with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way. This
Goes for the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ ന്യൂമറിക്കൽ കൺട്രോൾ എന്താന്ന് പോലും അറിയില്ല ബ്രോ. അതെന്താ സാധനം എന്നറിയില്ല. കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ ന്യൂമറിക്കൽ കൺട്രോൾ ഞാൻ കേൾക്കുന്ന തന്നെ അതേട്ടാ. എനിക്ക് കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറുമായിട്ടൊരു ഒരു ബന്ധമില്ല. ബ്രോ എന്താ ചെയ്യണമെന്നോ? ഞാൻ AI ട്രെയിനിങ്. ബേസിക്കലി പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാനൊരു ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫർ കം ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റ് കം ആർട്ട് ഫീൽഡ് എന്ന് വേണം പറയാം. ആർട്ട് ആൻഡ് ഡിസൈൻ ഫീൽഡാണ് ഞാൻ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യാറ്. ഞാൻ ഒരു 7 years വർക്ക് ചെയ്തു. ഇപ്പോൾ വർക്ക് നിർത്തിയിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ ഫ്രീലാൻസ് ചെയ്യുക.
So, third corner of the game. Zubimendi can get it clear. And it's Vitinha. Oh, good ball. Tries a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? That is one way to get his defending done.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Come
It's a
on.
pretty loose pass. Kubasi.
തേർഡ് മാച്ച്
And that
1-1
is as far
ടൈ
as it
ആയിരിക്കുന്നു.
goes. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings... It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. A pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. And this is Ronaldo, nicely spread. And this is Ronaldo. That's very neat. Cucurella. Ronaldo had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Pedri. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think this guy, Gavi, is someone who really does show his Catalan pedigree, Peter, where the philosophy is to love the ball, to demand the ball, to protect the ball. And he'll always back himself because he's got the courage to do all that and then do his bit for the team. And he will always be a key midfield link because of his cleverness, his anticipation and his desire.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Gavi in acres of space out wide. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Rodri. Looks a smashing ball. Probing pass. Pau Kubasi cuts it out. And that could set him on his way. Oh, super find. He has found the way through. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now it's Oyarzabal, distributed tidily. In with the challenge. Pedro Neto chooses to go cross-field.
Well spotted.
He won't be happy with that one. Cucurella.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet because neither attack has turned up.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rodri wins the duel this time. And this is Ronaldo. He's gone for goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Cristiano Ronaldo, clearly the target here.
Well, he is someone you can...
Cristiano Ronaldo! Harmlessly behind. Cucurella. Thinks one through. Pinches it off him.
Fabian Ruiz.
It's Pedri. Laporte promptly onto that, and that is that. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Bruno Fernandes. Another pass, just shoots! That's a fair try, but just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Threads one in, and the shot! Goal! Portugal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Portugal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Rodri. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Portugal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. Rodri gets across to intercept that. Just past the 40th minute. There's the shot! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Crossbar.
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better chance than that, Peter. That is disappointing.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's quick to return it. That's the keeper's ball. And it's Ruiz. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Pedro Neto drives it in, and that's another good win. Oh, shooting chance! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time.
It is.
The team still separated by one goal, but it should be very different. Portugal leading by one at the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Portugal can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. Portugal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And he's picked out the run. Oyarzabal, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that has left him in a heap. And that is out of play. And he's gone searching crossfield. That has been cut short. João Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Now this could be a chance. Vitinha!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, well played. Portugal just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And here's Bernardo's. And Bernardo's! Oh, it's come off the upright. Fabian Ruiz. Portugal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now, he's got space here. Laporte getting this one clear. Defending was strong and firm. Cristiano Ronaldo needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off. And they finally made a decision to get tighter. Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. João Neves with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Laporte. Now it's Gavi. Engages and forces him off the ball. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in.
Shot a goal! It's in! Spain are all square! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Bernardo Silva.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he was quick to react. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that pass isn't the best. Llorente. Well, what about it? So close to victory, and it has got away. Cucurella. Driving forward. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And it's Bruno Fernandes.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Chance for a shot! It's anyone's ball now. He's having a hit! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Nuno Mendes certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Pinches it off him. Pedri really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Goes for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he's managed to get free.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. And we are already back underway. Laporte. And it's Porro. Araujo. João Cancelo. Vitinha. Vega. Vitinha. Passing is crisp and sharp. That has been slung wide. Cross to the back post. Towering header. Merino. Here's Rodri. Lobbed in behind. Pau Kubasi deals with that comfortably. Spain can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Pedri. and beyond the defence. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oyarzabal. Big chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
That's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Vamos divulgar uma substituição.
So a bit of a revolving door here, lots and lots of changes.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Spain have their lead. Decent chance! Laporte and again! Of course! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and the analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
15 minutos por decisão.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Vamos ter
It is
minuto de
compelling, this,
compensação.
utterly compelling. Pedro Porro. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. So just 15 minutes still to come. Goals on both sides then, and a lot of tired limbs out there. We are down to the last chance for someone to try and win this. The hostilities have already resumed. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Oh, this looks sharp. He's had it nicked away.
Pedro Neto. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Grimaldo. Spread it left. João Cancelo simply refused to be outdone there. There's the crossfield ball. Now it's Pedro Neto. And he's worked it through. That's put pay to the danger. Knocks it into space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bruno Fernandes! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Oh, and looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well read, nice interception. Tries to pass it through. The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Cristiano Ronaldo, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Good read, needed to be. Unai Simon gets it away. Llorente. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy, Marcus Llorente, is a surprise revelation in recent times. I think the proof, perhaps, of how a change of coach and system can have such an effect on a career.
Pedro Neto! Cucurella with the clearance. Mikel Oyarzabal.
Pretty robust
That is
defending.
a great pick out. Ferran Torres gets a great chance! And it's been hooked away. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks.
Can he finish? Rodri. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
It's a yellow card.
Nicely weighted ball. Llorente. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. It's played through for him. Goes for a shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first! Oh, how's that for a class finish?
That's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making him guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Pete.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pedri. Oh, good spread. Now it's Ferran Torres. Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, super find. That is lovely. Great defending, strong and determined. Fabian Ruiz did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Good ball, good take. Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Fabian Ruiz. It's a really well-measured ball. Now here's the delivery.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Ferran Torres. Nicely spread. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Distributed tidily. he was quick to react. And it's Llorente. And he's only too happy to take that back. Short changes him with that pass. Bruno Fernandes shifted it to the flank. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Rodri, looking for the run. Look at the space here, and the shot! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
That's just downright fabulous, both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Portugal looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. Down to business again. Vitinha venturing down the left. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nuno Mendes is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, good effort! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's another good win of the ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Tries to pass it through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now he's having a shot! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Llorente. Portugal suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Kubasi. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench? Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Gavi is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. And he's gone searching crossfield. Cristiano Ronaldo needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off. And they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Fabian Ruiz. And here's Llorente. And here's Ruiz. Yamal. He has kept it out. What great reactions.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Laporte. It's Pedri. Half an hour gone in the second half. Spread neatly. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to
Está a
occur.
acontecer uma
So,
substituição.
time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might...
Oh, shooting chance!
Ah, come
It's hit the
on.
crossbar. Bruno Fernandes made a good run there.
That was a great ball that looked right on the money. Trying to get behind the defence is something that can work well here.
He has found a way through. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pedri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, good-looking ball. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Probing pass. Diogo Costa claims comfortably.
Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. Can he get it through?
Vamos ter minuto de
There's
compensação.
indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
This is our last match
They're
for the
avoiding
day.
And that is
There we
as
go,
far
guys.
as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. Reflections?
Portugal really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required.
That is it for today's live. We'll be back again with some tomorrow. Until then, it's bye.